Come on, Edwin, you can do it! Edwin, formerly known as Frank, has a problem with its immobiliser. It's quite a common thing with these actually. Everything's fine. One day the immobiliser doesn't want to talk, and then you can't start it. Nothing you can do besides retrieve the ECA code. That costs money, of course it does, and sometimes it doesn't even work. But there is a better solution. Yes. Seagulls. Now where is it? Where's the relay? Well, I've taken the speedometer out and struggled with that with the speedo cable and everything. And the relay that I'm looking for that's supposed to be behind there isn't there. The clock out and that cover and the cowling and everything, I'm still looking for this thing. It's definitely under here somewhere. I know it is. It has to be. Go on, have a look into the dash. Go on, there it is. Oh, well done you. I could be mistaken, but I'm sure the last time I removed one of these, it was actually behind the speedometer rather than there. So I could just be mistaken. With my long extension and an 8mm socket, reveals that it's a 10mm. I say it reveals it's a 10mm. I had a feel of it and it felt like 10 to me. Anyway, it's time to get serious because this mop's in the way, and that can only mean one. Oh gosh, I've got my light on there. That can only mean one thing: cable tie. That's better. Nice manly red cable tie to keep my mop out of the way. I should be able to get my head in the footwell easier. Stay there. That's one side. The other side is just as difficult to get to. That's it. Right. There we go. Right. Yes, there we go. Lucas 5AS. That is most likely to be the problem. So now I can send this off along with the keys to a very, very clever young man called James. It's a bit late in the day for sending that off via the post office now, unfortunately, but generally I don't really trust the couriers, so it is going by the post office on Monday. In the meantime, I may as well just put the rest of the dash back together, hadn't I? Maybe though, as it is nearly 1:30, maybe I should treat myself to curry in the caravan. Curry in the caravan, curry in the caravan, curry in the caravan. Right, pretend to read this caravan book whilst eating curry. I think I should stop pretending and just eat it. Do you think it's okay to eat curry every day? Too much of a good thing, etc. Then again, is too much of a good thing still a good thing? Curry is normally quite salty, but that's fine, although they say sodium chloride's not good to have too much of. Of course it's not. Yeah, too much of a good thing again. But you do need it, and it helps the passing of electrons around your body. So without salt you won't be able to think straight, but with salt it does conduct electricity better, which means that of course you're more likely to get struck by lightning. I totally enjoyed that. That curry was superb. That was unbelievably good. I just wish I had some more now because it's not enough. I need more food. Right, so I might as well put the bits back together in this car. There's no point in them being left out because they've all got to go back in at some point anyway, so I may as well stick it all back together again. I may as well just do that while stood around and doing nothing. I've got nothing else to do. Oh, exciting news, potentially exciting news, potentially. That's not good over there, is it? Potentially exciting. No, I'll tell you what, let's put it. You can see my. Yes, let's put it there so you can observe my frustration as I stick the clock back in that didn't even need to come out, and figure out which one's which. But yeah, so exciting, potentially interesting, exciting news, etc. That one and that one. Right. I had a message this morning from a good friend of mine called David, also known on YouTube as Team Hairy Snid, and he sent me a link to a R8 Tourer. Yes, now that is an interesting, wasn't it? R8 Tourer. Now that is an interesting possibility, and not only is it interesting, but it is a car that I once picked up from Cornwall with a chap called Turb. I'm just going to pull that through the other side now. Hello again. Yeah, so that's the Speedo pulled through to the other side. So hopefully this will be just a nice, quick refit now, and I'm sure it will be. What would you like to watch? Oh, it's not good for my knees climbing up there. Now what I have next to get to these. The screws are put back in are quite easy, but there's one under there and then there's one just there. So obviously they're likely to fall off the end of the screwdriver. Yes, going to gaffer tape the screw to the end of the screwdriver so it can't fall off. Will it work? Yeah, it will. Of course it will. Why wouldn't it work? It's the proper way of doing things, you know. Not officially the proper way of doing things, but it's one way of doing things that works, and that's all I'm interested in. There you go. That's in. Gaff tape's your best friend. Sometimes you need to admit that your best friend is actually some sticky grey tape. Does seem like a bit of a strange thing to say, but what do you expect? Oh, what an interesting day. Who knows what will be happening tomorrow, or the day after that, or the following week. There could be all sorts of fascinating progressions. There could be, there will be. There'll be lots and lots to do. There'll be lots and lots of changes, and you'll have enough. I've just put Eric up for sale. Today has not gone to plan at all. In actual fact, about now I was hoping to be finishing off a video, and so that's why you're watching a video that is not finished, but it's taking too long before I can do another one. Today's gone wrong because
the sound of this video has been muted for your own protection. The sound of this video has been muted for your own protection.
So, yeah, there we go. Now that means that until tomorrow now, nothing can actually get finished off. So between this job on Edwin, Graham Tinkerbell Nut's garden, which there's another complication with that as well, or the tidy up in the lockup, which sounds like it's not going to be very interesting, but trust me, it's probably more amusing than what this one is, or the one I'm most enjoying, which is about Vaughan, Toby Charles, the Rover 416 R8. There's a video I got started yesterday, and I can't really finish until, a couple of days. Gosh, this sounds like such a depressing part of the video, but I'm just explaining myself. And what I'm going to do now is give you a little snippet of all of these other videos I've been doing over the past week, so you can see at least that I have been up to something, and you can see what's about to happen next. Thank you. As far as I know, football season is over, so up you go. If you look very carefully, you may spot that I have taken the wheel off. That's kind of the first step. You've got to undo the nuts first. Is that too much detail? Anyway, so far, I haven't done anything on that shelf, or that one particularly, or that one. Same goes for this one. Spotlight I bought. Did not happen to it. Lunchy munchy, lunchy munchy, lunchy munchy, lunchy munchy, lunchy munchy. When Roland Gift is a song, we're all expected to join in. It's fairly clear. I'm quite proud of that idea.